Alright. So last night was the debate. And I filmed a post-debate wrap-up thing. Right? And it was raw. It was fresh. So fresh. So face. Ben Shapiro. And, I filmed it. And it was fucking 11:30, and I'm like, I'm going to bed. So, I stayed up till midnight, and then I went to bed. I slept on it. I listened to what people had to say. I thought about it. Really, like my wrap up take of it, like I said, you guys will see it after this little intro thing here. That's pretty much what people were saying. Like, honestly, I didn't say it in the video. I didn't, and I wish I would have now, because some people are saying that now they just don't even want to vote. And honestly, last night, I was kind of there. I was like, dude, if there wasn't so much more at stake than this stupidity, I would be like, I don't even fucking care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even fucking care. You know, like, I don't even want to vote after that fucking horse shit. Right? Now, here's the thing. I'm watching it as me. Right? I say in the video, there I am, right? I'm sitting here in my shorts, no shirt, right? My fucking Keep America Great hat on, right? Fucking cocked all stupid, right? And I'm fucking watching Donald Trump, and I'm laughing at this is fucking great, man. Donald Trump's fucking really going at him and shit. And like the debate was set up that you had 2 minutes. You know, Chris Wallace would ask a question. You each had 2 interrupted minutes, and then you do like a free discussion type thing, right? We never really got to the free discussion type thing, but the one time. Because Chris Wallace would ask Donald Trump a question, Donald Trump would talk for 2 minutes. Chris Wallace would ask Joe Biden a question. Joe Biden got to talk for 2 minutes. Then they did discussion. It was great. Right? It was everything I wanted it to be. Trump really railing his ass and him just kind of going and just fucking acting old biffle. It was perfect. I'm like, this is fucking great. Right? And then the next segment, Chris Wallace asks questions to Joe Biden. Right? Joe Biden talks for like 1 minute and 50 seconds and Trump starts to mumble. And I go, uh-oh. Right? And Biden finishes his thing. Chris Wallace, Trump, right? Trump talks for 2 minutes, right? And they kind of just snipe at each other back and forth, really bad, just awful like. And I'm like, oh no. Right? Because now I'm watching it begin to go off the fucking rails, right? And it was the last time they did the free discussion. Because what happened from that point on, Chris Wallace asked Donald Trump a question. Trump would talk for 2 minutes. Then Chris Wallace would ask Joe Biden a question, right? Next time, Joe Biden got to talk for about maybe a minute. And then Donald Trump started talking. And then Chris Wallace had to tell Donald Trump, shut the fuck up. And Donald Trump, and just shut the fuck up. And then Joe Biden go back talking. And then Donald Trump would start talking again. And it just got progressively earlier and earlier and earlier in Joe Biden's thing. Like, Joe Biden finally was talking for like 5 seconds, and then Trump would just, bam, on his ass with something. And like, so here I am, and like, as it's going, I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, what are you doing? Because I'm watching this as me, right? I know what's going on with everything that they're talking about. That's another thing that people have said today, that a lot of people were just fucking confused by most of what the fuck they were talking about, because they don't spend their lives on YouTube watching people talk about all this shit. They have actual lives. They're not like me and you, where this is kind of like the thing that we're into, right? They're into different shit, like going out and hanging out with their kids and stuff, and you know, and I'm like, that ain't me. So, you know, like, I'm watching this as me. But I begin to think of it as the common viewer. And people are like, I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. And when they said Proud Boys, I was like, who the fuck is going to know that? Me, Chris Wallace, and Trump and... you know, like, so like a lot of retrospect stuff is kind of really coloring the way, it's coloring in a lot of the fucking picture for me of my viewing it last night. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And here's the fucked up thing. Trump is making great points. He is. He's throwing out great fucking points. But he doesn't let Joe Biden respond to any of them. Because he just keeps pressing him. Just keeps pressing him. Just keeps pressing him. He's trained with the Washington White House press pool too much. Because he's now, like, they do a caricature of him in their reporting. He's the devil, right? And so now he's, like, doing a caricature of them on Joe Biden. Where he's just hammering the fucking shit. Well, tell me, Joe. Tell me. Tell me, Joe. Tell me. And Joe starts going, well, if you shut the fuck up, I'll tell you. And he's like, well, then tell me, Joe. And then Joe goes, well, all right, here's the thing, all right? The thing of it is, and then he goes, what? What, Joe? And it's like, let him answer. Because here's the thing. When Joe Biden does answer, he says something fucking stupid. Like, the Green New Deal is a great idea. And then Chris Wallace goes, you think the Green New Deal is a great idea? And Joe Biden goes, no, who said that? he didn't exactly. He didn't say who said that. It would have been fucking awesome if he would have said who said that. He didn't say who said that. But he was like, no, I didn't say that. I'm saying my plan. And then Trump goes, well, you want to rebuild every building in the country. Great point. Now let him speak to it. You know, and he fucking wouldn't. You want to build every building in the country, Joe? Well, no, I don't want to. Yeah, you do. You want to rebuild every country. It's going to cost millions. And I'm like, let him answer. Because now you got him. Now he's fucked. Let him really, you don't have to hound him to answer, dude. Just let him do it. That's going to be the best part. But no. You know, you couldn't do it. And so a lot of people are pissed about that. So says the reporting. And you know, a lot of people are happy about that. So says the reporting. Joe Biden got pissed. Like, this is funny. There are videos of Joe Biden getting pissed. And him going off on people. Right? And now, it's Joe Biden getting pissed, going off on Donald Trump. Now, look. I don't know if there was like a grand scheme here. We'll just drive the first debate into the ground, and then we'll figure it out come around two, right? We'll just let him go, do whatever the hell he wants, and we'll see what happens from there, and then we'll figure it out between the next one and be like, okay, this is what you have to let him fucking answer. Like, it might be funny. Because I guess Joe Biden wants to change the rules now. Of course. And honestly, I fucking do too. Like, here's what I want. I want, for whoever the next moderator to be, ask Donald Trump his question. He gets his 2 minutes to talk. Ask Joe Biden his question. Donald Trump has to leave the stage and go watch on a fucking screen in backstage. He can watch Joe Biden's answer on TV like everybody else. And he can talk to the TV all he wants, and we'll film him, and we'll splice together a gag reel if this is what Donald Trump said while Joe Biden was talking, because honestly, that would be fucking hysterical. If they put that out as a DVD, fuck it, they're gonna make money on it, and fuck them, they deserve it. That would be brilliant. But anyways, so like that's what I want right now. That's what I want. I want the. Oh my God! I want the what was it? The Grand High Punisher or whatever it was. I made the person, the parent, that said you gotta go. You acted like a child. Now you have to go stand in the corner, Donald Trump, and Joe Biden gets to speak, and you go stand backstage, and you can come out, and no, nobody's gonna clap for you, because nobody claps during the debate, and then you guys can do your little back and forth thing. And then you have to leave again and go stand back and watch on the screen, because then we ask Joe Biden the question first. And then you come out and we'll ask you and talk for it. No, Joe Biden doesn't have to go back in the back. No. Why would he have to do it? He can behave himself. Like, that's where I'm at right now. I don't like feeling that way about my president. But at the same time, he isn't debate club president. He's the president of the United States. Do I like the way he debates? Fuck no. He's dumb. He needs to let Joe Biden answer. That's how Joe Biden fucks himself. He won't let him do it. Let him answer. Like, hey, let him do his 2 fucking minutes. Sit there and listen to him call you a racist and terrible fucking things. And then when it gets into the free debate, go, why do you have to call me that? Can you really prove that? What? And then talk about what you've done for those communities. Do your fucking thing, But dude, like Donald Trump, you need to learn how to debate. Like, you know who I'm most upset with right now? Rudy Giuliani and Chris Christie. What the fuck are you guys doing? You guys are supposed to be prepping him for these debates. What in the fuck was that? So, you guys need to go back to the drawing board, I think, and you need to rethink your strategy as far as prepping him for debates. He's great on the topics. He's fine with that. You need to work on him now. Like, come the fuck on. The second debate better be better, or I will not watch the third. I won't waste my fucking time with it. That felt like a gigantic waste of my fucking time. I was tired all day today because I was up until fucking midnight. That was a gigantic waste of my fucking time. I should have gone to bed at 10 o'clock. It would have saved myself a whole lot of embarrassment. Because that last half hour was just... But then I'd have woken up this morning and heard about him talking to the Proud Boys and been like, what? As I'm driving into work. And I can't have that shit. So, I'm tired all day today at work for that. Now, I mean, Joe Biden didn't do good. Like, by comparison, Joe Biden did good. That is not a high bar. That is not a standard with which a president should be held. Just gonna say it. Fuck it, I don't care. Joe Biden was also a shithead. Man, the shit that he pulled... Some of the shit that he pulled, some of the blatant fucking lies, the dumb fuckery. I'm just like, oh my god. Like, he's talking about how Hunter Biden, the Moscow mayor's wife, whatever the fuck, she gave him $3 million or whatever. Oh, that's not even true. That's been debunked. No, it hasn't. Like, no, it hasn't. What? And dude, he flat out said he's the most racist president this country's ever had. Like, it was weird. It was weird because, again, like, we have these two different realities that we live in this fucking country. And we got to watch it. We got to watch literally the two presidents, the two incumbent presidents of each separate reality debate each other. It's bringing me back to when I was watching The Fringe. Holy shit. It's like Walter and Walternate debating each other on who should lead both realities. And all they're doing is just fucking calling each other names. Like, it was name calling with good points, lies, and shitty points peppered in. But it was mostly just name calling. Like that. If it had been that first segment, I ask you a question, you talk for 2 minutes. I ask you a question, you talk for 2 minutes. And then you both talk to each other for 2 minutes. Had it just been that, it would have been awesome. But what it turned into by the end was, I ask you a question, you talk for 2 minutes. I ask you a question, you talk for 5 seconds. Then Donald Trump will interrupt. Then I will yell at Donald Trump. Donald Trump will be quiet. You will talk for 5 more seconds, then Donald Trump will interrupt. I will yell at Donald Trump to be quiet. Donald Trump will eventually be quiet. And then you will get to talk for 10 more seconds. But then you'll insult Trump personally. And then Donald Trump will begin to talk. I'll kind of let you guys go back and forth for a minute because at this point, fuck it. We're running out of time anyways. Why even bother to control this fucking mess? And so you guys can fight it out for a minute. Then I'll try and wrangle you fuckers in so that I can try and get you back on topic. You won't let me. I'll let you fight for a little while longer. And then I will yell at you, which is embarrassing for me as a journalist. And then I will wrangle you guys in. You'll talk over me as I try to explain to you why it would be better for the American people for you guys to discuss these topics seriously. And you'll snipe at each other as I do this. And then I'll just let you guys yell at each other for the last 2 minutes because fuck it, we're done for the night. And then as I'm thanking everybody for watching, you guys will continue to call each other names. Dude, had it stayed like the first segment throughout the whole thing, Donald Trump would have fucking resoundingly crushed Joe Biden. The headlines would be, Donald Trump surprisingly presidential destroys Joe Biden. Rudy Giuliani and Chris Christie should be embarrassed. They should be screaming at Donald Trump right now about how he fucked that up. About how he had him so many times. And if only he would have just shut the fuck up and let him speak, he would have really fucking got him. He would have really showed the American people the person that they're choosing between. But you just couldn't fucking do it, could you? Again, like, it's one of those moments where I sit there and I go, for the rest of however long it matters, people are going to look at me and go, that debate. And I'm going to have to go, yep, that debate. There's your one thing. Peace in the Middle East. And you're going to go, he's racist. Awesome. Like, dude, this is... Or I'm going to say peace in the Middle East, and they're going to fire back that first debate. And I'm going to go, fuck, really? Really? Three nominations for a Nobel Peace Prize for different fucking reasons. That first debate. He's not going for president of Debate Club. He's going for president of the United States. Ultimately, that is my only fucking retort. And honestly, it's really kind of fucking weak, because I hoped for better. Whatever. Ultimately, at the end of the day, he got him good points. So did Joe Biden. They both told lies. And they both acted fucking retarded. And notice I didn't clarify retarded, because honestly, don't really matter what context you take it in. Fits. They both acted retarded. So if we can get them, back to acting their own ages, really the both of them, mostly Donald Trump. And if we get them to actually discuss the topics, and if Donald Trump would actually let Joe Biden fuck himself with his answers, things will go swimmingly for the next two debates. Maybe they need to do the thing where, all right, Joe Biden gets an earpiece. He gets to have somebody in his ear helping him out with whatever it is that he needs. And Donald Trump gets to have an earpiece, but the only people on his side can say is, shut the fuck up, let him speak. Like, maybe that's what a rule change we need. I don't know. Like, I don't know why we should have to handicap our presidential nominees, but apparently we kind of need to handicap our president nominees, because Joe Biden is so old and out of it that that Donald Trump's constant pestering made it to where he just couldn't keep a thought straight in his fucking head. And Donald Trump is such a fucking child, he couldn't stop pestering him long enough for him to not get a fucking thought out of his head. God damn it! Holy shit. So I kid you not, the debate starts. Here I'm sitting just like this, my fucking hat on. Wow! Come out, fucking fighting, right? Entertaining, it was good. Good stuff. And then halfway through, Donald Trump just he won't shut the fuck up. And I'm like, oh my god. And then Chris Wallace is starting to have to fucking reprimand him, and I'm like, oh my god. And the hat started to kind of go like this. And then fucking Chris Wallace had to take a moment to actually tell Donald Trump to shut the fuck up. And I'm just like, oh my god. And it just got exhausting. It just got fucking exhausting. I'm just Don, shut the fuck up, man. Let him talk. Let him fucking talk. You're oh my god. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so biased at this point. You know what I mean? So but I can't say that Donald Trump won that shit. His behavior was such. It got fucking exhausting. It just got fucking exhausting. But, like, I get it. And Joe Biden's saying some terrible fucking shit. And so Donald Trump can't fucking help himself. He's got to fucking talk. And, like, it was so... They were both so pointed at each other at points that it's like, well, no wonder they're fucking screaming back and forth at each other, man. They're full on shitting on each other. It was, oh my god, it was exhausting. I felt so bad for Chris Wallace. I'm like, dude, you shouldn't have to do this. Like, you shouldn't have to be, you're fucking Chris Wallace. You shouldn't have to be doing this shit, man. Like, goddamn it. So, like, that's my big reaction from it. I liked a lot of the stuff that Trump was saying. He was coming out with policy things and stuff like that. And he was hitting Joe with everything. And Joe was saying, oh, that's not true. And all this stuff. And, like, it really made me fucking laugh. There was a point towards the end where Donald Trump brought up and Joe Biden called troops stupid bastards. And I started laughing my fucking ass off because I uploaded the video where I talked about Joe Biden calling them stupid bastards, and it's all a bunch. And I started laughing, and then Joe Biden starts saying, that's not true. And I started laughing even harder because it's totally true. There's video of it. And then Donald Trump started going, there's a video of it, Joe. And then Joe Biden goes, play it. And I'm like, so here it is.
And two, I appointed Johnson to the academy. I just want you to know that. Clap for that, you stupid bastard. Man, you are a dull bunch. Must be slow here, man.
So fucking at this point, I'm fucking howling, right? Like, and this is towards the end as I'm physically and emotionally exhausted. Like, I can compare it to this. Take this comparison for what it is. But this was like what watching the debate felt like for me. I used to do LARPing. I used to play vampire. This is the thing I've talked about. I used to LARP. And there were some nights where the role playing was just very hot and heavy. And you had to do a lot of thinking, and it was very intense. There was a lot of shit going on. And you'd come out of nights like those just emotionally and physically drained. Like, it was just so harrowing to have to think your way through all that shit. And you'd come out of the night just like, oh my god, I'm so exhausted. I can't even fucking believe we went through all that shit tonight. And it was like, just watching the debate was like that. I felt the same fucking way. I'm just sitting here like, oh my god. Because both of them just sniping back and forth at each other. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Joe Biden wasn't as bad as Donald Trump. But Joe Biden was doing it too, you know. And fucking Trump saying all sorts of terrible fucking shit about Joe Biden. So yeah, but Joe Biden's fucking hammering back at him. Right? But Donald Trump talked himself up a lot, which is what Donald Trump does. Donald Trump has done great things for this country, in my opinion. So Donald Trump talking himself up is talking up his record. It's a thing that he does all the time. He's very good at it, so it's in his wheelhouse. He talked about how great of a record he's got over the last 3.5 years or whatever, for 4 years, right? And Joe Biden talked about how all of that's just untrue. And it's not. So, and then fucking Donald Trump talked about all the things that he wanted to do and how great it was going to be. And Joe Biden said that all that was untrue. And then fucking Donald Trump talked about all this other stuff that he wanted to do. And Joe Biden just said that's all untrue. So, and then Joe Biden would start to talk about things, and then Donald Trump would just talk over him about how that shit wasn't going to work. Because Joe Biden is trying to spin stuff, and then Donald Trump is trying to fact check him, and then Joe Biden's that's untrue. So, like, it was just, essentially, what comes from this is, if you supported Donald Trump, you support Donald Trump still. If you supported Joe Biden, you support Joe Biden still. If you didn't like Donald Trump because of his fucking demeanor, you still don't like Donald Trump because of his demeanor. And if you think Sleepy Joe is just a sleepy dude, you still think Sleepy Joe's a sleepy dude. If you think Joe is the best fucking guy in the world, then you still think he's the best fucking guy in the world. Everybody's still got their fucking points across. I really don't see this doing much of anything. The only thing is that some people might have watched Donald Trump and just been like, ugh. And they might just turn that exhaustion into not caring about Donald Trump anymore. If that happens, that could be bad for Donald Trump. Now, I do want to say this. At the end, they were asking questions about the election. And most importantly, the whole peaceful transfer of power thing and all that sort of stuff. And is everybody going to tell their supporters to remain peaceful until the election is verified by, blah, 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 blah. And, like Donald Trump just, man, he went off on a fucking thing. And it didn't look good. It didn't look good. I'm going to be honest, it didn't look good. It didn't fucking look good. And, the question about the denouncing white supremacy and all this, that, and the other thing, it's so scatterbrained again because Donald Trump talks over people, so you don't fucking hear him half the time. It's just it's easy for people that want to twist the things he says because it's the fucking way he says shit. So as Chris Wallace is asking him the question, he's like, sure, yeah. So he's asking him, would you denounce, white supremacy and blah, blah, blah. And Donald Trump goes, sure, yeah. And then Chris Wallace continues with the fucking question. And he's like, who do you want me to denounce? What fucking group do you want me to denounce? Who? Which one? Which one? And somebody says, Proud Boys. And he says, Proud Boys, stand back and stand ready, or something like, stand down and stand ready, or something like that. And I'm like, because it doesn't look good. Like, he says stand down, and that's great. Then he says and stand ready. That doesn't look good. Like, that is going to easily be twisted into a call to fucking whatever. And I don't know how wrong they're going to be, because I don't know how the Proud Boys are going to take that comment. So, I don't know. But, like, I think that was bad. Like, that had a really bad look to it. It just, the whole fucking thing was bad. But, at the same time, I expect that there are going to be massive fucking problems with this election. Now, we get into a sticky situation here. What do we say? If it winds up that there is massive amounts of problems with this election, if there are thousands of ballots being thrown out, or this, that, or the other, like, there are legitimate concerns, right? So, what happens if that comes up? Like, what happens if there's big fucking problems with this election? Where do we go from there? I don't really know. And nobody's really addressing that question. Everybody just wants to pretend like that's just not going to happen. What if it does? You know what I mean? Like, if the Democrats literally steal the election, what happens? Like, if that comes out, if that becomes reality, what happens? I don't know. So, but most likely, Donald Trump is going to have very little fucking control over that. Like, he can say, yeah, don't do anything. But some people might be like, fuck, I don't give a shit what you say. They're stealing the election, and they're going to go out and fucking do shit anyways. So, there's only so much he can do. But every time they ask him this question, he says, yeah, I denounce white supremacy. And he said, stand down. So, I don't know. And it also looked bad because fucking most of the media is saying that the Proud Boys are essentially the new Nazi regime. And so he's saying stand down and stand ready, which sounds like he's giving commands. It fucking really doesn't look good. Like, dude, So, Like, it's not enough for me to think that there's any fucking chicanery going on with Donald Trump. But it's enough to make me go, hey, shithead, this is what they point at whenever they say there's shit going on with Donald Trump. This kind of shit. So what are you doing here? Like, that's... So, it didn't change my decision as far as what I'm going to vote for. But, like, as far as how does the country take it, boy, man, this is gonna be a wild fucking election. Like, this is man, we're in it now. The roller coaster ride has been going up. We have topped the crest. We are coming back down. It's about to get off the fucking chain. This is just, man, this is gonna go fucking insane. Because all week long, that's what they're going to ask him about. What did you mean when you said stand down and stand ready? Well, dude, this is going to be the fucking thing you watch. And he's going to have to answer that shit. He's going to have to come up with some sort of fucking answer to that shit. What did that mean, Don? And he's going to have a goddamn good answer. And... like, I love the man because of his policies. I agree with his policies. But he's such an ass. Like, dude, it's times like this where I'm like, because I love his policies, all of his policies. I love pretty much all of his policies. I think everything that he wants to do for this country is fantastic. I can't. But at the same time, he's just such an ass. Like, he's just such a fucking ass. Ah! I don't know. Like, the fact that he's an ass humors me at times, but it's the days like this where I'm just like, oh my god, dude, you're just such a fucking ass. Like, he's just got to keep it to the policies. He's just got to keep it to the policies. Like, I'm going to tell you right now, he's going to continue to bring up Hunter Biden. That shit, dude, we're going to have to see how that plays out, because Joe Biden point blank said that the whole Russian mayor's wife, whatever, paying Hunter Biden $3 million or whatever the fuck it was, he said that that's not true. It's been verified, debunked. And I don't know how that's going to play out, because it is true, and it was verified as true. So, like, I don't know how that's going to go either. That's going to go really bad for Joe Biden, I think. Also, everybody's going to be playing the fucking clip that I just played for you. So, that's also going to go bad for Joe Biden. Because there is no tape of Donald Trump saying that our veterans, our suckers, are losers. There is a tape of Joe Biden saying the stupid bastards. Like, that exists. So he said that that's not true. It is true. I still hold true that it's a stupid thing to fucking be upset about, but nevertheless, it is true. Like, we can argue whether or not Joe Biden saying that was a slight against all soldiers, be they veterans or current members, or is it just a dumb thing that a dumb guy said because he's a dumb guy and he wanted to fucking sound cool to the troops? We can argue that. We cannot argue whether or not Joe Biden said it. He said it. So, like... okay. So, like, I don't know. But, dude, like, this whole... man... shit is about to get crazy.